They tried to attack me for refusing to give up my inheritance, but now, one of them is in jail. My father demands I share the land my grandfather left me with my half-brother, but after a heated confrontation, things took a dark turn. They tried to attack me, but they all ended up on the ground. My father is demanding that I give a job to my half-brother and hand over part of the land I inherited from my grandfather. This land was left to me after my grandfather passed away. My dad and his siblings despised my grandfather, and for good reasons. Growing up, their father was an abusive alcoholic, and my grandfather suffered the same fate. When my grandmother died, my dad and his siblings left home as soon as they turned 18, and none of them ever returned, except for my dad. None of them spoke to my grandfather again. My dad only spoke to my grandmother twice after leaving the house. I was 6 years old when I first met my grandfather at my mother's funeral. He approached me, knelt in front of me, introduced himself, and asked how I was doing. But before I could respond, my dad pulled me away and yelled at me. I was 11 when I saw my grandfather again. My dad dropped me off at his house and abandoned me there. Years later, I found out it was because my dad's new wife didn't want me around.